something like this. Choose one of these three parts, whichever part you want. Let's look at 45. Which part do you would like to? I'm going to copy the information. So f of 5 is 1. F prime of 5 is 6. G of 5 is negative 3. G prime of 5 equals 2. So which one would you like to look at? F G prime, F over G prime, or G over F prime? Which one we want to look at? Anyone, please? Any preference?
No, it was first one, FG prime.
The first one? The first one?
Yes, the first.
Perfect. Okay, so we want FG prime at 5. Remember, we cannot determine this before I find FG prime of X. So by definition, this will be F prime of X times G of X plus F of X times G prime of X. First function prime times the second plus the first times the second prime. So I have it. Now, Fg prime of 5 is F prime of 5 times G of 5 plus F of 5 times G prime of 5. So once I have the function, I can plug in 5. That's a piece of cake. And I am given all the necessary information. F prime of 5 is 6. G of 5 is negative 3. F of 5 is 1. G prime of 5 is 2. 6 times negative 3, negative 18, plus 1 times 2, negative 16. So the rate of change of the product when x is 5 is negative 16. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions about the product or the quotient rules? Let's look at a graph. Okay, so let's see on this graph, what would you like to work on? U prime of 2 or V prime of 4? U prime of 1 or V prime of 4? Which one? We did the product before, so let's do the quotient this time. So this is 51. And we want to look at V of x, which is F of x over G of x. And we want to find V prime of 4. We are not given the information, but we are given the graphs. Okay. In order to find V prime of 4, we have to find what first? So this is the question. But we have to find what first before we embark on finding V prime of 4. Anyone? What do we need to find first? before we find v prime of 4? What do you think? Anyone, please? What do you think? It's okay if you're wrong. I'm printing this page out. Anyone?
Is it v prime of x?
Of course. We cannot find v prime of 4 if we don't find v prime of x. Absolutely. Awesome. So what does v prime of x equal to? Can anyone give us the formula for v prime of x? Knowing this. What is the formula for v prime of x? Anyone would like to give it a try? Tom, would you guys like to give it a try? It's okay if you're wrong. I'm here to help. You want me to repeat the formula? The rule?
Yes, please.
Perfect. Top function prime times the denominator minus top function times the denominator prime over the denominator squared. If you want me to
So it would be f prime of x, g of x minus
f of
minus
x.
f of x times g prime of x.
Awesome. Over
Over
g
G of x
squared. Excellent. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Once I have the formula of the function, now the rest is a piece of cake, because I can plug in 4. So I have f prime of 4 times g of 4 minus f of 4, g prime of 4 over g of 4 squared. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Now I have to figure these out from the graph. Okay? So, g of 4 and f of 4, and the same here, g of 4, very easy. This is g. One, two, three, 4. G of 4 is 2. 2 and 2 squared. F of 4. Here's f. F of 4 is 3. So these 3 pieces are clear. Now I need to determine f prime of 4. F prime of 4 is the slope of this line. That will be f prime of 4. So I'm going to use this rise. I'm going to use this point, and I'm going to use this point to determine the slope of this line. Rise is 2, run is 6. So f prime of 4 is 2 over 6, which changes into 1/3. F prime of 4 is the slope of this line. Rise 2, run 6. I used 2 points that were very easy to read because the line or the function was passing through the corners of the grid. Very easy to read, 2 over 6. The only one that I'm missing is g prime of 4. No problem. G prime of 4 is also positive, is the slope of this line, and I'm going to use convenient 2 corners of the grid, rise 2, run 2. 2, 2, 1. 2 over 2 is 1. I have all the numbers, everything I need, so then I have 1/3 times 2, 2/3, minus 3 times 1, 3, over 2 squared, 4. So, I'm going to move on to the next page. So, the least common denominator is 3, and 4 is 4 over 1, of course. So 3 times 3 is 9. 2 minus 9, negative 7. Copy the numerator. Flip the denominator. So negative 7 over 12. This is the instantaneous rate of change of v at 4. And of course I'm going to make this 17 and this 16. Any questions? Any questions? Okay. Where is my book? Again, the same thing, same idea, same question for a different graph. Now I would like us to choose one part from either 53 or 54. You choose. G is a differentiable function. Find an expression for the derivative of each of the following functions. X times g, x over g, g of x over x. Or f is a differentiable function. Find an expression for the derivative of each of the following. X squared f, f of x over x squared over f of x, or this one. So please choose one.
B?
In which problem? In 54?
Yes.
Okay, B as in boy. Is that what you said? B as in boy?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we have y equals f of x over x squared. Perfect. Where's my share? Stop sharing. Okay. Good. Obviously, it's a quotient, so I have to use the quotient rule. Let's start with the denominator. What will the denominator be?
X.
Say it again.
2x.
We're not differentiating in the formula for the quotient. We're not touching the denominator. We have to square it. We only have,
X to the 4.
yes, in the denominator. We'll differentiate at the top, yes. So the first function prime is f prime times x squared minus f of x times the denominator prime, and I have to put it here. The denominator prime is here. In the denominator, we just square. This prime, x squared prime is x squared prime.
2x.
Yes. It's done But notice that we can factor out an x because we can simplify like we did with the big one a few minutes ago. So then we have x, f prime of x minus 2 f of x. I factor out an x, so that's why I still have x f prime, minus, I factor out x, and minus 2 f of x. I simplify, and the simplified form becomes x f prime of x minus 2 f of x over x to the third. Do not attempt to simplify like this. If you want, you can separate it into two fractions, but there is no need.